here we're gonna continue working on the HP Spectre 15-inch that we worked on before. This is the 15-inch model. And the last time we worked on this, I told you that we're gonna order the big power IC that we removed off the board here. The vendor did not have that IC in stock. We called the customer and told him, and he said that he can wait. We just got the IC and it came in a package like this. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna try to put that chip on to see if we can get this laptop to work. The reason I removed this chip is we inspected the board under a thermal cam and we found a lot of heat coming from this IC. We tested capacitors nearby and all of them were shorting to ground. So we tested further and the short was gone from this area here. So we took an educational guess and removed that chip and the short is gone. We do not have a short anymore. That tells us that the problem is a shorted IC. Now that we got the IC, we're gonna solder it back on, but before we do so, we have to clean the pads here. I did not do any cleaning. We've had this in the shop here for almost a month now, and we had no other choice but to wait. But as long as the customer is okay with it, then I do not mind keeping the laptop here. Pads on this board are known to be very strong, so we can use our soldering iron to wick those solder balls off. Otherwise, we would use our hot tweezers to desolder the balls off the board. We have a big area here. We will be using a big tip. Bigger tip means more heat transfer, and we will be able to wick those solder balls in no time. Let's use the 559 Flux, and you can find this on our website. The Flux comes in a syringe with the plunger and two tips. We're gonna start by applying leaded solder so we can lower the melting temperature of those solder balls, and then we can wick them off. I mean, working on this chip is like working on the CPU. A lot of pins. Okay. Let's apply some flux here. And grab our chip. I mean, they put one chip in this fancy box. It's like you have a piece of diamond here. Let's check where's pin number 1. Right there. Yeah, that should be good enough. I'm going to start with a lower airspeed and then bump it up. This is a big chip, so I'm going to be using a bigger nozzle. You can find those tips on our site. We have a lot of different kinds. You have the bent nozzle, bigger one, smaller one. We have all sizes. So if you own the same quick hot air station, you can log in to purchase any one of those tips. I'm going to be using the biggest one here, which is this one. It's not a bent tip, but it's a big nozzle. I'm gonna increase airspeed. And that's it. The chip is soldered. Let me take that call. NorthridgeFix. Let's do a quick cleanup, and then I'm gonna just go over it one more time. Okay, that's it. And let's clean up. And what I want to do is test to see if we still have a short, because previously when we worked on this laptop we had a short at those capacitors down here. So let's go ahead and test. Meter in diode mode. Rod probe on ground. Look at that, we do not have a short. Great. Before we had a short, now we do not have a short, so I'm almost certain it's gonna work. And all we have to do is test. Let's go ahead and plug the USB-C cable. And look at this. We see the orange light. We did not see that light before. Let's try the other port. And the other port is showing the orange light also. So both ports are working. Let's power the computer on, and hopefully it works. Yeah, look at this. Fan is spinning. The fan is spinning. It's working. When I worked on this laptop before, we detected a short in this area here. Thermal cam showed the chip was getting very hot. I tested components around the chip and they tested for a short. I tested this area in here and we did not see any short on this area of the board. So I had a strong reason to believe that the short was caused by this big power IC. I removed it and short was gone. Still, some people in the comments, they said because I removed the chip, we created an open circuit, and that's why components are not testing for a short anymore. And they had a reason to believe that the short is coming from elsewhere on the board. I mean, I hate comments like this because it can confuse others. The good news is laptop is working. We're gonna call the customer to come and pick up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and we'll do something else in the next video.